Welcome to Getting Money Right, a show dedicated to helping you achieve financial freedom through education and inspiration, so you can be free to pursue your true life's purpose. We're your hosts, Leo Sabo and David Thompson. And on this episode, we have an important announcement, something we want to share with you, our audience. And first, before we go into that, I just want to say how much we appreciate all of you who have supported us over the last 3+ years as we have built content and shared some of our experience and some of our knowledge related to personal finance. We don't take that for granted. We know that it's a commitment to you to stay engaged with us and to listen to the content and to contemplate what's right, what's good, and then apply that to your own personal finances. So we are grateful for that opportunity to share and to invest in you. And what we're going to share with you is maybe a little bit difficult for some of you, but it's coming from the right place, and we want to let you know that we care about you. And what we're going to do is with that in mind. It's not to abandon you or to do anything that would be contrary to what we've been doing the last 3 years. So David, why don't you tell us what it is that we're going to share with our audience today?
Well, as Leo said, we've been doing this for over 3 years. We are almost up to 190 episodes, and we've been loving every minute of it. But over the last year, we've been talking about continuing to build out the website, build out our course. And so what we wanted to do in this season is actually just take a full pause on the podcast itself, which was really hard for us because every week we produced an episode for 3 years. Over the last 6 months, a little longer than that, we've been doing maybe twice a month instead of once a week. And so we slowed down a little bit to work on the course, but we decided, hey, we really need to pause what we do with the podcast. And part of that is that Leo and I, we come and our heart is to give and to serve, and we do this with our extra time. And so in the season of both of our lives, we said, if we're going to truly put in the time and energy to do the course right, and to build the website correctly, and to get some resources in place that benefit the whole audience long term, then we need to pause the podcast. Hopefully, everyone in the audience will still love us and understand, and then know that something good is coming. We're looking at investing in more camera equipment, more lighting, other technology to help us do video and more, I wouldn't say graphics, but more physical and visual illustrations. Our heart is to be able to create content that serves on multiple fronts. And so we're looking at building that out. But in order to build well in the time that we have set aside for getting money right, we're going to pause. What we're looking at is we think is a 3-month pause. We'll keep you updated as we go. But I hope.
And don't hold us to that, because what's really brought us to this place, and you guys know who have been listening to us for a while, that we had an announcement a while back that we were pulling back on some of the consistent weekly podcasts in order to free up time to work on the course. Well, what we did anticipate is some of the changes that happened especially in David's life with being a father now and having a baby. That, as any of you have been through that process, you realize how significantly your life changes. And as you all know, family comes first for us. We're very passionate about keeping things in the proper balance. And our family matters. We're not going to forsake that in order to create content. We love what we get to do with Getting Money Right. It is a lifelong desire for us to continue to be a resource. And we don't know what that's going to look like. But really, we had a meeting just not too long ago and talked about the long-term outlook for Getting Money Right. It's what led us to this decision. If we're really going to build something in the capacity and the time we have, that's going to be a long-term benefit, then we need to slow down in some areas so that we can succeed in that long-term planning. And it is with that heart that we want you to know that we are trying to do this and stick true to the very thing that we talk about, which is our true life's purpose is to help, but it's also to be good fathers, good husbands, good grandfathers for me, and so many other things that are important in life. And while we're doing that, while we're working on building this out, and we'll keep you updated, know that we have built a lot of content. And some of you who are just getting familiar with our podcast, if you come across this and this is the first thing you're listening to, there are 188 episodes that you can listen to from now until we come back. And you may not even run out of episodes before we come back. So, and for some of you who have been listening to us all along, go back and listen to some of those. That content is evergreen. So much of what we talked about is just practical financial wisdom and management skills so that you can always go back and get refreshed on those and get kind of sharpened up. So
Yeah, I'd say
that's
go
great
back
stuff.
to episode 10, 11, 12, and 13. Go back to episode 99, 100, and 101. Or maybe it's 98. 98, 99, and 100. There's a bunch. There's a bunch of great episodes, but if you're newer to the audience and we're pausing for a moment, it is time to go back. And if you're about to buy a house, go back and listen to the episodes on buying a house. If you're about to buy a car, look at the ones on buying a car. If you need insurance, go look at the insurance. If you need to invest, go back and look at 11, 12, and 13. 98, 99, and 100 are around the root causes of the financial symptoms in our life, good or bad. That was a phenomenal series. And then we interviewed our wives in episode 100. So if you want to get to know Leo and I and our families better, go check those out. And our heart is for you. We love doing this. The reason we're pausing is so we can do this well moving forward in more formats.
Yep. So really, that's all we wanted to share with you today, is just to let you know, one, we care about you. What we do is out of a labor of love. We want to be a resource and help people. We feel somewhat blessed to the fact that we gain this knowledge and we're able to learn from others, and we feel a personal responsibility to share that. It's not something we can bottle up. It's just something that naturally comes out of us, and this is the reason behind everything that we do. So know that that's the reason we're pausing this. And when we come back, it will have the resources and we'll be able to take it to the next level. And that's our desire.
That's right. Well, we hope that you enjoyed this episode. We hope that you will join us when we come back to the podcast so that all together we can keep getting money right.